Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to take a look at the battle gauntlet for the Kaioken Goku, who recently got his Zenkai as part of the Frieza Saga episode 80 million users celebration, which sounds like a mouthful because it is. Now battle gauntlets are pretty straightforward. They have scaling rewards, so you can get 700 chrono crystals and 4000 Z power or Zenkai awakening power for the unit. However, you do have to clear up to floor 100. Now the rewards are scaled, so more rewards are near the top end of the spectrum than they are at the bottom of the spectrum, so you're going to need to make sure that you get quite a bit into this event. You can't do like the first 50 stages, you don't get much doing so. Now obviously in terms of the build, you need to focus on having 3 good characters that are boosted by the rest of your bench, because they are going to be carrying your run. There's a list of battle bonus characters who have increased damage. Overall, there's not that many options. This wasn't really the biggest pre-celebration. Usually the first Zenkai is based on the pre-celebration units, but in this case you have Vegeta, you have Captain Ginyu, and these should be enough to carry you from an event exclusive perspective. Both of these guys can be obtained pretty easy, and they should both give you a decent enough boost. Now overall, in terms of the actual battle gauntlet itself, obviously a big process is being able to skip these stages. You can skip all the way up to floor 80, so you're going to want to try and do that. And there's no missions directly correlated to the battle gauntlet, but however in this case it is part of the 80 million anniversary, 80 million user medal missions, and part of this is achieving a higher floor in the battle gauntlet, so it's definitely something you should take a look at. Now outside of that, that is basically everything you need to know. Obviously in terms of the battle gauntlet, what we'll do, we'll just skip ahead to where my team can get as far as possible, and then obviously I will just show you my team at that point, and then later on in another video I will show you my team doing floor 100 or whatever team it is at that point. Now if you are looking at a team, you can use pretty much this one. However, I would replace Krillin. Krillin does not do a lot of damage. In fact, he does nothing at all. He's a very good boost for the rest of the team, but he doesn't do too much outside of it. In terms of the actual battle gauntlet itself, obviously, when you talk battle gauntlets, the strategy or the way to play them is not anything too remotely crazy. You need to do something that's insane to be able to play them. They are relatively straightforward events. The bosses are relatively straightforward fights. The mechanics are super duper simple. The boss will cheese a little bit, doing like double vanishing steps and things like that the AI usually does, but this shouldn't be shocking to you. I don't think most people are surprised when the AI does this. It's not really something that should be surprising. Use your Rising Rush as soon as you can, so that you can maximize the damage, and you should be pretty much good to go. There's honestly not too much outside of that, so yeah. And if you do stop at like floor 55, don't feel disheartened. Usually you can get way higher than the AI skip takes you, but you will have to manually play it, so be ready to grind out a couple stages. You can probably autoplay a couple as well, but yeah, be ready to basically battle out quite a few stages and just try your best to obviously push ahead and get the victory. But overall, there's really not anything too major that you need to do. Honestly speaking, it's mainly just about avoiding and juggling your vanishing steps. So as long as you juggle vanishing steps, you should end up being more than fine. Obviously Goku has blast armor, be careful of that. Goku can do a fair chunk of damage, be careful of that. And yeah, just basically ultimately you should be fine. But outside of that, nothing too crazy, pretty straightforward. And we'll be back to take a look at floor 100 of the battle gauntlet in a video that'll come out shortly, either tomorrow or the day after, but it'll come out, so don't worry about that. But yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. So if there's any queries, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.